Hi everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Floxes. And today we are going to see how we can code for rock, paper, and scissor game. There are some prerequisites for this video. You need to have the idea of conditional statement, control statement, and loops. So make sure that you have watched that video. Okay, so let's just see how our game will look like. Okay, so first I will show you. Let me just run it. Okay. So you can see there is a welcome message here and then round one, which shows which round is going on. And then it is asking you to enter your choice. Like you would go for rock or paper or scissor. So like I will enter one. Okay. That is, I have selected rock. Okay. And it is printing that computer select scissor. That is done by itself. Okay. That means it is choosing some random value from rock, paper, and scissor. Okay. It will choose any random value. There is one module we are going to use that for choosing it. Okay. Now next round. So I will go for paper, suppose. So it is like I have selected paper and computer has also selected paper. So in this round, it is a draw. Okay. So next I will go for suppose Caesar. Okay. So yeah, here you can see computer selects rock and it is a draw. Okay. So and now user count is one. That means computer count is also one. Okay. So do you want to play again? It is asking us to do you want to continue the game or you want to play it again? So basically, what is happening here? First, we are first there's a welcome message here. Then we are having one we are starting the loop. You can see, and that loop is working only three times. Okay, three times the round will work. Okay, there will be three rounds, and yeah, and each round there will be a game between the user and the computer. Okay, and the computer chooses random value from this range. Okay, that is rock, paper, scissors, any value. Okay, so you can see if I select rock and computer selects scissor, then obviously I win. Okay, in this round. Then there is also a count. We will show you. We will see everything that is there in the code. So many of the things are not printed here, so don't worry about it. We will see the computers count, how it is implementing. Okay, and yeah. So at last there will be user count. I have printed that. You can even show the computers count, like how much score is there. So yeah, if I write yes, okay, if I want to play again, then again it starts. Welcome to the rock, paper, scissors game, round one. Now again it is asking same way. I have I have chosen paper and computer also selects paper. Then in that specific round, it is a draw. Okay. So next, if I go for scissors, suppose, and computer also by coincidence it also chooses scissors, so it is a draw again. And if I go for rock, suppose, and computer selects scissor, so I win, and the score is one. Okay, so this is how it is working. Let's start with the coding part, and I hope now it is clear what we need to do. So we will see each part uh, specifically. Okay, so let's start. And okay, so first we need to import one module that is going to help us to like for computer to choose any random value from rock, paper, and scissor. Okay, so for that we need to have some like any function that would choose randomly. So there is one inbuilt module that will help us to choose. Okay, so that is random. Okay, as the name suggests, it basically returns the random value from the given range. Okay, any range of value or any specific given value, it will just generate the random values from there. Okay, now I need to specify that range. Okay, or the list of value that are there from which the like from which this module will choose the random value. Okay, so let's just call it as choice, which will be there. Okay, so we have rock, then we have it will be, this is a list declaration. If you have seen the last video, previous video, we have discussed about list, tuple, dictionary and set. So this is the same way we are going to declare the, so we have declared the list. And so yeah, now we need to start the loop, and that loop will work till we first one round will be there. Okay, and then we are asking if the user want to continue or not, if they want to play it again or not. If you remember, I have shown you that. So just taking it as a boolean value, that is while true, and if this condition is true, then this will work, and the game will continue. Okay, so let me just write one welcome message, welcome. Okay, so I just, okay, next, there will be two variables. Okay, there will be two variables that will store the count. Okay, it will be counter variable which will store the count or the score of computer and user. Let me just write it as user count equal to 0, just initializing it, and then computer count, sorry, it's, yeah, count, yeah, and then computer count equal to 0. I hope you know why we are doing it, because at last we need to compare it by these two values only. Okay, and if like this will help us to declare the winner. Okay, that's why what we are doing, we are just assigning it to 0 initially. Okay, next we will start the round. Okay, if you remember, first what was there, like welcome message, and then the round 1 or round 2 or round 3, we were having total 3 rounds. Okay, so let's just start for loop, so that we will have a range, that is for I in range. Now here you can see I have already done this part. It basically means that here first, if your choice is equal to 1, okay, then what will happen? I will just show that yes, you have selected rock. Else if your choice is 2, then you have selected paper. Okay, and if you have like your choice is 3, then you have selected Caesar. Okay, I'm printing this uh for just to show that to show user that whatever you have chosen, and by mistake sometimes user wanted to go for rock, but they typed 2, so it will be visible to them that yeah, by mistake or by choice you have selected paper. Okay, so, and also I need to update the value of your choice as string type. Okay, and why I will tell you that, because at last after this step we need to compare the the user's choice and the computer's choice. Okay, we need to compare that, because at last what we need to do, we need to compare whether you have selected rock and computer has selected paper. Now who is the winner? So that I need to compare. For that purpose, what we are doing, whatever the number was chosen, we are converting it to the assigned string. Okay, that is, if it is 1, then it will be rock. If it is 2, it will be paper. Okay, so why we are doing it? Just for comparison, or just to choose the winner. Okay, for each round we need to compare that if if user has chosen rock and computer has chosen paper, then obviously computer wins. Okay, paper paper wins. Okay, and if computer has chosen paper and then user has chosen Caesar, then Caesar will win. Okay, so that's the if else part. And at last, here you can see if this condition, and at last if user don't choose from these values, that is user, suppose user has given the input as 10. Now that's not the correct value. You should always choose like the given range is 1, 2 or 3. Okay, you need to choose from that only. So for that, what we have written, else print wrong choice, please select again. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to I need to code for the game. Okay, now gaming starts. Now what we need to do, we need to actually code that if rock is there and paper is there, then who is the winner. Okay, obviously paper is the winner. If paper is there and scissor is there, then who is the winner? Okay, scissor is the winner. So likewise we need to code for that. Okay, so let's start. Okay. So we will ask for, like, we will make one variable that is computer choice. Suppose, like, the way your choice was there, we will just make a computer choice that is not in our hand. If you remember, I've already explained that because we need a random value from computer side. Okay, it should be a fair game. If you remember, it should be a fair game. For that, we need to call the module that we have imported in the beginning only. So what we will do, we will call that module, and that is random. So you can see random has been called, and there's like here you can see we have a variable, or you can say we need to call this. Okay, that is choice. Okay, random dot choice, and this function random dot choice. Okay, inside this module, inside random module, we have this function that is choice, and inside this we need to pass any sequence. Now what was the sequence that we have created? If you remember, we have created one like in the starting only. Here you can see this is our list that we need to pass. Okay, that is choice. Okay, so we will pass that. So this is the function that we are calling from the random package, and now it will work. It will totally give us the random value from this list. Okay, now, and that will be stored inside this computer choice. Now what we need to do, we will just show that what is being chosen by the computer. Okay, so we will write computer selects. Okay, computer selects, and then comma, and then whatever the choice is. Okay, computer choice will be okay. Now the user also know that what the computer has chosen. Okay, so yeah, now we need to code for the comparison part, or the like to choose the winner. Okay, for each round. So for that, we will go for if else condition. This is very important. It will compare who is the winner. Okay, so first for that, what we will do, if, like, suppose if your choice, okay, your choice is equal to computer choice. Okay, so the game will draw, and then we will start comparing for another choice, that is if your choice equal to rock. Like, we need to compare for each pair, like rock paper, then paper scissor, and each pair. Okay, that is the chances in which the user will win. Okay, like suppose if user has chosen rock and computer has chosen scissor, then obviously user will have more score, and the score will increase by 1. So that's how we will think, and we'll find the logic. That is, we will first find all those probability, like what are the way. in which the user will win. Okay, so we will go for that first. And yeah, so let's just find all those ways. So here you can see I've already written that. That is, else if your choice is equal to paper and computer choice is equal to rock. Okay, if you remember this operator and operator, it used to check whether these two conditions are correct or not true. These two conditions should be true, or means either any of it should be true. Okay, so this is how we will go for. That is, first what we are doing, we are going for else if condition. And if this condition, like, what we are doing mainly, we are actually incrementing the score of user. Okay, whatever the user score was initially, like it was 0. So now what we are doing, we are comparing with three conditions. Okay, for three condition only, the user can win if user has chosen paper and computer has chosen rock. Okay, so user will win. Okay, if it user go for rock and computer go for scissor, then only user will win. Okay, and then if you scissor and paper, then it will win. So what I'm doing, I'm just using and or operation to check like any of them are correct or not. Like, or will check either any of the condition is correct. Okay, any of the condition. Okay, and will check for these two pair. Okay, these two pair, both of them should be true, then only it will be true. Okay, so it will increment the score by 1. Else if we will check for computer count, that is compute when it will be incremented, when we will see the chances. Okay, we will check the chances when they are winning. Okay, so you can see else if, yeah. So what we are doing, we are just writing all those conditions and or operations. These operations are logical operator. If you remember, this checks whether and checks for both the condition, and or checks whether any of it is correct or true. Okay, so this three conditions, okay, conditional statements will check. Okay, will choose the winner. Okay, for that specific round. Okay, now completing the all the three rounds, we have the total count or total score of user as well as computer. Okay, like here, after having the for loop running for 3 times. Okay, because the range is only from 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so it will, after running for 3 times, we will have the final score of user and computer. And now it's time to choose the winner. Okay, so for that, first we need to come out of the for loop, and then we will check if, if user count, okay, that is, user score is greater than computer count. Okay, one more thing I need to do at last is that after choosing the winner, okay, I need to ask user, like, do you want to play again? So I'm printing this. Do you want to play again? Yes or no? Okay. Then I'm taking the input. Okay. It is string type. Enter yes or no. And that input, if it checks it, if it is yes or any kind of yes, it can be small letter, capital letter, so then continue. Continue means what? If you remember in the control statement, yeah, here you can see the description is already there. In PyCharm for beginner, it is very helpful. Like, you can just always just type and you can see this these clues are savior. You can always see what does that, what is the purpose of that statement. Okay, so this is the control statement, which usually do what, it just like it will just stop here and it will continue with other iteration. Okay, it will start from the starting, that is, it will go in the starting of while condition, it will start again. Again a welcome message will be there, again it will be asked, And if no else, like that is if user prints no or any other thing, okay, except yes, then it will break. Okay, it will stop there and it will terminate. Okay, you can even print some message that thanks for playing, or do you want to exit. Like usually in any game you see that for like after clicking the exit button you are always asked again that do you want to exit, like do you want to exit, so click yes or no. So that's what any statement you can ask inside the else condition. Okay, so this is how it works. Let's just check by running it. Okay, so let me just close this. Let me start another terminal and I will print I will run it. So welcome, the welcome statement has been started. Welcome. Then initialization of the variable for loop has been started. Round one has started. Enter value one. Okay, I go for rock. So there is some error. Where is it? Your choice. Okay, wait. That is in line 30, I guess. Yeah, we will check there. I think there is some bracket issue. Yeah. Okay, so there was the error was there in this variable name. We have like earlier we were having capital C here. That was a mistake. You need to type the correct variable name so that there like here you need to change that. Your choice. It's like that. You see there is taken variable. Okay. Else I guess everywhere it is correct. Okay. So yeah. Let's just run it again to check. One. So here you can see you have selected rock and computer selects rock. That is a draw. Second round, I go for paper. So your choice. Again, there is the mistake. I will just correct it and then I will start. Okay. Okay. So now everything is working fine. There was the error was in the variable name. Okay. So I'm running it again. Welcome message round whatever the iteration is starting. Like here you can see in the for loop it starts from 1 and it will go till third iteration. So yeah, I go for rock suppose. So you have selected rock, computer selects Caesar. So you know who will win. Rock will win. So I'm knowing that, but for now I will go for second round and I go for paper suppose. You have selected paper, computer selects scissor. Now you know that computer wins. So third round I go for scissor and computer selects paper. Now I have 2 and computer have the score is 2-1 and I'm winning. Okay. So here you can see you win. Now here again it asks do you want to play again. Now if I type yes, and again the game starts. Welcome. Then round one, round two. It will continue till I like if like in the starting if I type N or no, anything like that, then it will just terminate. This terminal will terminate. Okay. So like I hope now you are clear with this code and enjoy play a game with your friends, or like you can also make a game to play with your friends. Like for that you need to go for like there will be a server system. You need to connect two systems. Okay, for that. But till now as you are a beginner, then go for this, go for basic one, play with computer and enjoy, and not only enjoy, explore more, think about it, search more, check how you can go for two user, how two user can play, and yeah, so thank you.